Hello there. How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy first stream of March. Yeah, over here it's very much feeling like spring, which has meant a lot of sunlight and a lot of construction noise. So I am hoping the microphone won't pick up most of that, but you have been warned. Like every construction project seems to be going, well, as fast as they can while the weather lasts. So, because I guess this is pretty much as good as the weather is going to get this time of year. Because, like, no rain, not as much wind as there could be. Like, not super high humidity, so probably stuff like concrete will also dry decently well. Um, so, yeah, I guess it's just probably the best weather possibly throughout the year even. Because I know in summer it can also get too warm for construction. So I'd assume as long as it stays above like 5 degrees Celsius, that might be good enough for most things. But I don't know. Either way, the thing I was warning about is construction noise, potentially. I don't know if a microphone will pick it up. There's just been a lot of it. A lot of different construction noise from all around. So, not sure what is going on everywhere, but everyone's busy. So, don't know. Also don't know how loud they'll be today. So, yeah, no clue. Either way. Well, do you also have construction noise in your location? Because, well, I wouldn't be surprised if other places also have, well, construction season right now. But yeah, well, over here, construction doesn't really stop in winter either, but it definitely increases when it's not winter. So, spring is definitely a lot of construction. Summer can be still a lot of construction, unless it's the middle of a heat wave, then maybe not as much. And then fall is a lot of construction. So, yeah, but specifically winter, I guess not quite as much as the rest of the year. I have at some point researched with like concrete drying times. Like those depend very much on the temperature, and below a certain temperature, it doesn't really dry properly. So then you need maybe a different type of concrete, or you need to try and heat it somehow for it to dry. So yeah, presumably they're trying to avoid stuff like that. But yes. Well, it is also spider season, that's for sure. I have seen a lot of spiders. So, yes. Um, concrete's, yeah, sending it down to Australia and then back. Not sure how efficient that would be. But, yes. Well, I'm definitely not a concrete expert. I mean, I was learning about lots of different materials, but, yeah, I didn't finish my studies. I dropped out of that, so, yes. Well, let's say there's a season where spiders are less active outside. Um, but now I'm seeing a lot more insects outside as well, like constantly flying into the windows. So now is definitely spider season again. It's been forming up quite rapidly, so I don't know if the spiders are waking up quite as fast as the insects are. But, yeah. At least for now, constantly see, I'm not even sure what they're called exactly, but like larger flying insects that like look vaguely similar to mosquitoes, but bigger and without the specific mouth parts that mosquitoes have for, well, harvesting blood. So, something along those lines. Constantly sitting on the glass of the window. So, yes. Either way. It really is feeling like spring. There's also starting to be flowers outside, so that's always exciting. The trees are still looking, well, they haven't gotten the memo, but supposedly it's the warmest start of March since they started recording the temperature. So yeah, it's warm, at least for this time of year. So yes, I think crane flies are bigger. I'm talking between the size of a mosquito and the size of a crane fly. So yeah, I don't know exactly what they're called. There's so many different flying insects that all look quite similar. So yeah, difficult to really tell them all apart. Well, is this such an old game? I've played games from, I think at least 1980. Like I've played the first Zork game. I think that one's from 1980. Um, I technically didn't play the first version of the first Ultima game, but the second one is still early 80s. So, yeah. Like, I think the earliest one I've played on stream was probably the first Zork game. Um, but yes. Yeah, I saw it. I'm not familiar, so I'd have to look it up and compare it. But, yeah, it's just a word. I know what a crane fly is, but that one, I'm not familiar with the English term, so don't know. Could be that one. But, yeah. Like, the ones I'm talking about, they're, yeah, I guess, closest thing I could compare it to is maybe, like, size of a bumblebee. Not as in, like, the weight or volume of a bumblebee, but as in, like, the, like, body length. Especially if you include the legs. So, yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't know what the species name is in Latin either, because I just don't know what species it is. I just know that it suddenly appeared, I don't know from where. So, they're around. I don't know where they were hibernating, but they're awake now. I don't know what they do, other than sitting on glass, but yeah. But there's so many insects. I definitely am not the person who knows how to tell all of them apart, especially all the ones that basically look identical. Like, I have at least heard that there's different kinds of fungus gnats as well. So, I have no clue how to tell those apart. I'm not sure if I've got several different types of fungus gnats that are currently infesting my potted plants. But, yeah. Either way, I just hope that whichever type of fungus gnat it is, it'll be dealt with the nematodes. But oh boy, insects. They are a lot. Like they are everywhere. They reproduce very quickly, and they're small and very difficult to tell apart when there's, well, very little difference. So, yes. Either way, I do hope that the weather is also behaving in other parts of the world, because, yeah, as I said here, I mean, it's unusually warm, but it's still calm weather at least. So, that's nice. Definitely no snowstorms here, because it's too warm for that. So, yeah, it's perfectly fine. It is quite bright, so that is, I guess, well, the downside of very sunny weather this early in the year, because like the angle of the sun and stuff. But yeah, either way, it's fine. So let's start up the game. Last time I did manage to do a fair amount of stuff. Also, I think I'm going to be turning the audio up a bit in a second after... Well, the voice acting is difficult to hear at this level. There. That should be back to the usual volume level.
It is a world of darkness. The sin of Cain has spawned the cursed horror that stalks the night in search of living blood. The kindred have long been a secret influence through all ages of human history, plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
Also quite interesting that the intro clip is so black and white, but with the red lights. I am intrigued. Anyway, where was my last save? I think it should be that one. Probably. Yeah. Yes, that does seem about right. So... is this right before I talk to them or right after? I don't remember. No? No? Okay. Guess not. So... Cathedral of Flesh. Right. Horse. I guess I could go back to the previous save. And maybe hear the cutscene again. Around here? Yes, there. Hello. I'm supposed to be in a cutscene.
Where is Vukadlok?
That we cannot tell you.
Right. Fine.
We shall find the fiend without your help. Thou hast earned my pity, as thy sire has earned my wrath.
Wait, Crusader. The fiend is below the blackened church to the north. There you'll find him, below, in his cathedral of flesh.
Okay.
Little good this will do you now, as he arises in but a few moments.
So, to the north and underground, if I understood that right. Okay. So... now I just need to get back out of this place. Not sure which way that was. This way. Well, that was easy. Cutscene? Cutscene. Weird lighting on that. Very weird. That did not blend together properly. Also, not sure about the architecture being accurate. But yeah, this was the New Year's Eve of the year of 1999, so it is now the year 2000. So, yes, that's we're now on the 1st of January of the year 2000. Okay, I guess I'll save over here, because, well, not really planning on going back that far. So... okay, so I'm guessing it's this place. I mean, I don't have a functioning compass in this game, so them telling me, oh, it's to the north. It great, because I don't have a functioning map that tells me the exact location of my character, and I don't have a compass. So, perfect combination. It said something about underground. So, yeah, a staircase. That's new. Cathedral Flash. Well, I guess I found it. Yes, I hope everyone turned off their toasters. Interesting marks on the ground. Kind of looks like the ground is discolored from maybe stuff that was just there for a long time. Yeah, it does feel like it. And it's quite possible that that's true. So, who knows? Maybe I'm finishing the game today. It's looking a bit... well... I don't think it's supposed to look quite like that on the back. I don't know what that thing is. Oop, what are you doing here? Okay, so my firestorm skill there. Got him. Much better. Okay. But yes, it definitely feels like it's getting towards the end of the game. I mean, we killed one of the people who was behind the moving the stuff from Prague. Or at least he was part of it somehow. I mean, now we're like somewhere. Like we're supposed to deal with the vampire who was supposed to be woken up right at the start of the new year. I mean, I'm not even sure why they're choosing that specific day or that specific night. Yeah. Oddly specific. Maybe just because it's easier to remember. Guess I'll heal. And is he still alive? Don't think so. At least that one isn't. So... guess I'll... steal a bit of blood. I think I pressed the wrong button. It's fine. Just need to set up fire. Ow. Same goes for that one. Ow. Rude. Stop that. More fire. There. Now I can heal. Okay. Guess I'll save again. Are there any new movies coming out that you guys are looking forward to? Because I'm just pretty much always out of the loop regarding movies, so. Like, I know some people buy like a cinema subscription type thing and then go to the cinema like at least once a month. Can't relate. Like, I maybe go a few times a year, but not really on a regular basis. Missed it. So that's the first June movie, right? So you haven't seen the second one? Or you haven't seen it in cinemas? For me, I've seen, well, the June movies. I've seen the Wicked movies. So, like the Deadpool movie? I think that was in the meantime as well. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, point being, I just don't watch that many movies. So. You wanted to see it. Did you not manage? I mean, I guess if you run out of time to go and see it, but could definitely happen. For me, it's always so unpredictable how long they end up playing a movie for. Because sometimes they seem to show it for like a year. So. I mean, even if it's a popular movie, do people really keep on going to the movie enough to make that worth it? Or is it just because they don't have anything else to show? But I'm clearly not a very frequent cinema customer, so I don't know. Okay. Got another one over there. That kind of looks important. So let's to the next level. Actually didn't really check everyone's inventory. Yeah, they are carrying some stuff I wanted to sell. Or at least store, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, that's locked. Huh. Interesting. How would I unlock that? Is there a switch? Anything specific. It's also a very dark area, so. Decent chance I'm just missing something. Yeah, like I've seen cinemas, especially if it's a bit slow with new releases. I've seen them do events like movie marathons, playing an entire franchise of movies back to back. Possibly over several days if it's too many movies. Guess I'm not going there. I'll just save again before I go down to the next level. So, I'll just save there. Doesn't feel like this is working, right? Okay, so that's locked as well. Interesting. So how I supposed to get to that space? Because I can't reach that. This way. And then over there. Skip that. Hello? Anyone here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there they are. Missed it. There. Let's take care of that guy. Lovely. He's basically just carrying the sword for show now, because it doesn't really do significant damage compared to all those spells. Or skills, I guess, is the proper term for them. Either way, they're powerful. Got him. Turns out most creatures aren't immune to fire. So, very handy for me. Mortal Kombat movie. I mean, I've not played the games, not seen the movies. So, don't really know anything about it. Thank you for your blood. And despawn. Okay. Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to playing them yet. Not sure what platform they're on. I guess it might be several different platforms. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't like this. I don't like this. I think I was also trying to use the wrong skill, so that didn't help. I'll just go back here. It can fit through that doorway. Lovely. I'm so happy about that. Ow. 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 Set it on fire a bit more, and 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 a bit more. And a bit more, and just keep on setting it on fire. There. I think it died. Perfect. Exactly as planned. Why is it still moving? Well, it's stopped moving now. Yeah, generally haven't really liked fighting games, but I mean, maybe I've just not figured out how to play them in a way that's fun for me. So I tend to associate that genre more with like needing to like have fast reflexes, and that's just not something I personally have, so. Or at least I'm not going to be very precise if I'm trying to react quickly. And I killed that giant thing. Presumably that did something. Yeah, for me, I find it very frustrating if a game requires an ability that I don't have. So obviously, if you do have that ability, then you're the lucky one who gets to enjoy that type of game. But otherwise, for me at least, it makes it quite frustrating, unless I can find a workaround of some sort. Which, sometimes I manage. Okay, so I have been here before. Ah, okay. It loops back around here. Very strange. Keep getting lost in this place. So... I mean, now that I killed that thing... So I follow the path to the doorway that was locked before. There! Not locked anymore. I got jump scared by the corpses hanging from the ceiling. It wasn't a new enemy spawning in, it was just the core. There, now I'll be able to get through that door, hopefully. Not that one. I can at least continue to the next area. Or not. You really had to think about it. But we managed to walk through the door eventually. Would I interest you in some flames? It's gonna be nice and toasty. For like next Tuesday? I'll have to check. But I believe there were still at least 1 or 2 more games that did well in the previous game poll. So, would probably be continuing to go through the list of games from the previous poll. So, yes. But I'm not expecting to be finishing the game within the next 10 minutes, because it seems like we'll be going through an entire new dungeon, so that's gonna take a while. There. That guy should be a lot lower in health now. Just maybe it wasn't the smartest idea to draw that guy's attention right at the start, but it's fine. This guy. Got him. Okay. Now out heal. And steal blood. Oh, is that a... Yes, that's a person. Or a vampire. So... I'll save again, because I'm expecting to end up in a cutscene. Since that person hasn't already attacked. Hello?
The Master has awoken! Death comes to you all!
Guess not. Okay. So... where's that death you promised? I'm not seeing it. Kidding. I'll just pick up the money then. Very nice of them to provide me with extra money to go with my infinite money. Guess we'll go through here. There you go. Okay. Then I guess I can cast fire on all of them way in the back there. Teehee. There. I'll get him.
The beast awakens.
Steal blood from him. No. No. And that guy then. Really? Really? Well, fine, I can eat that guy. I guess it helps to not have any allies nearby. Oh, he died. That was chaotic. So, let's try this again. Maybe I shouldn't anger all of them simultaneously. I'll just try that one. They walk so strangely. There. Got those two. Frenzy's going back down again. But yeah, the frenzy really backfires when I'm not standing near any allies, because he just attacks the enemies. Yeah, I don't think I can target... No. Just not really counting as a living being anymore for some reason. Otherwise I could have stolen health from her. Because not really an ally and not really an enemy, so... It has worked in some instances where I was able to just steal health from NPCs. Okay. Yeah, just gonna avoid my spells now. Oh. Just walked all the way back over there. Fine. There you go. Maybe I can pass that one. No, can't cast it twice before he starts moving. Keeps moving too much. But there. That's a lot calmer. I guess I could steal health from that guy. Or steal blood. Technically not health. Goes fire. Okay, now it's a lot calmer over here. Guess I'll save again. So I did loot this area, didn't go that way. So there might be more enemies over there, but then again, I might not really need to go there. That's a weird treasure chest. That treasure chest looks kind of like a skeleton. Or something. It doesn't look like your average treasure chest, that's for sure. Yeah, okay, that's... Not sure what type of skeleton. Like, I guess human parts combined with other parts. Because the skull looks human, the rest doesn't. Like, maybe the hip bones are still human. The limbs aren't. Okay, I guess I'll select that.
My burdens prevent further cumbrance.
Or not. Oh, right. He's carrying a lot of stuff now. Fine. I'll go back to the others. Hello, pack mules. I have stuff for you. Okay. Awaken. Yeah, I don't need that many. I think you can now just cast that one. Yeah. So I don't really need to carry around the scrolls for him anymore. I guess the others might, at some point, find a use for them. So much stuff. And I guess the others can have the extra blood as well. He's not gonna need it. I think I can keep the extra blood pouch. Okay, and then 2 more for each of them. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm at least completing the main series of Ultima. I still also want to play the game that came before the Ultima franchise, which is still kind of part of that universe, just doesn't have the Ultima name. I probably also want to play at least Ultima Underworld, but I think there's at least one lore spin-off series in addition to that one. So I don't know if I'm gonna play every Ultima game in existence. Like, I'm not planning on playing Ultima Online, so every single player game in existence. So, I don't know. Just gonna depend on if the games are available and if they seem enjoyable to stream. So, yeah, we'll see. Don't know how different the other games are going to be. I'd say some types of games just aren't as interesting to watch. It's basically just the same thing over and over again, and like, well. Yes, Alakabeth. I just always forget the name of that one. Weird. Why does this place look kind of like a giant mouth? I mean, I can't jump down there, so... Very strange. I did play Minesweeper, yes. But I didn't do a full playthrough of Minesweeper, I guess. I mean, what even is a full playthrough of Minesweeper? Like... just winning at every possible difficulty level, I guess? But yeah. I feel like the amount I played of it was just, you know, playing a couple of rounds. Yeah, I mean, maybe there is Minesweeper lore, I don't know. Could be. I haven't found it, but... This place has weird lighting. Very glitchy. Not like that's unexpected though. And a firestorm. There. Okay, and then here it's gonna be kinda busy. So just prefer to save before I call any of those enemies over here. Okay. What's that sound? That was weird. Sounded very liquidy. Okay, got that guy. Yeah, it's doing the sound again. Some of the ambient sound effects are repetitive and weird and loud. They just... yeah, they sometimes feel a bit out of place. I mean, maybe the audio levels are just not as the developers exactly expected them to be, because I think I might have adjusted them a bit. How dare I use the audio sliders? Just get that one. There, done. And then heal. Oh, I'm glad that it sounds fine. Yeah, for some of these games, balancing the audio so that the voice acting is loud enough, but the rest isn't too loud. It's kind of impossible, but I try. I mean, other than if there's like a community-made mod for like each game individually, I'm not sure how else to deal with it. If not just like using whichever audio options the game has. Because I mean, there is stuff to help games that aren't meant to run in windowed mode be able to run in windowed mode. But I haven't really seen something that would add more audio options for like different audio channels to change like the voice acting to be louder just on its own. So, but I also don't know how feasible that would be. Okay. Don't know where this is going. No, another one of those. That's gonna be fine. Okay. But I guess it counts as a boss fight, because, I mean, it kind of is a boss fight. I'm just not sure if it's a named boss. It's definitely not a normal enemy, though. Somewhere in between. Maybe I can deal with the demon hands from over here. Some of them, at least. Yeah, exactly. So, unless it's already somewhat separate with the way it's set up, just not with the extra options menu. Yeah. But I know with Ultima 9, the issue I was having where some of the sounds weren't working is seemingly because it is kind of separate, because the game was asking basically for how many different like audio tracks, kind of, or like regarding the overlapping audio. So how many of those it's supposed to have, and the setting had changed itself somehow with me updating and reinstalling the game. So that setting was like down to 1 instead of, I think it was supposed to be 5. So it seems at least somewhat separate. But you still can't just have separate audio sliders for everything in that game. So yeah, it's just not my area of expertise, clearly, but it's interesting to think about. But I don't know how separate it would generally be. Might depend on the era. Because like with either Arena or Daggerfall, it was quite noticeable that when there were too many sounds that were supposed to overlap, it would just not play some of the sounds instead. So it's like if there was like a fight happening at the same time as a door opening, that maybe it wouldn't play the door opening sound, because like the weapon sound and the like enemy sound would just be the higher priority. Something like that. It's probably not the smartest idea to run that close to that thing, but oh well. Come on, fire, more fire, more fire. Nope, nope, he's gonna be dead. He's dead. That's what saves are for. Okay. So. Guess I'll just attack from back here instead of stealing blood. I think that's more likely to work out. At least if I have enough blood to keep on casting it. Because I'm gonna miss a lot more this distance. Oh, is that already enough? It was. Perfect. Calmest of fights. Okay. Sure. That works. Taking more damage from the Hellhound. Okay. Oh, another chest. It's still so bizarre. But hey, I guess vampires get bored. Might as well turn skeletons into 3D jigsaw puzzles. Vampires can do arts and crafts too. What's that squishy sound? I mean, I guess it was just an ambient sound. For a bit, it seemed like that was the sound of his footsteps. Which would have been more alarming, because it sounded like he was walking through, like, at least a somewhat viscous liquid. So, that looks like a boss fight. Yeah, I did save, so... I guess I'm ready. Hello.
Enter freely, Christoph. I bid you welcome to my domain. It is fitting that you should be here now,
Nice hair.
at the beginning of the new age, as you were at the end of the last era.
I shall cause thy fall now, as I did then.
But then was I not yet risen? Your untimely intervention set me back nearly a millennium.
Whoops.
But I am nothing if not patience. And now I am omnipotent.
Nay,
Neat.
for we have denied thee Orsi's statue for thy ritual.
I'll
Did they?
live.
We shall stop thee.
It's over, Crystal. I have already risen, with power enough to consume even antediluvians.
No!
But I must extend my gratitude to you, Gustav. My former vessel, Libosa, lacked a certain purity. But Aneska, her virtue bubbles up from so rich a spring that I have been endlessly supplied with purity to defile. I would never have found her without your assistance.
Neat.
You sent her to me,
And yes.
and she has been so loyal and willing a servant to me over these long eons. I shall now embrace her, and she will rule with me over the cattle of humanity for all time.
Nay, Aneska is not thine. She serves thee not. She sent a summons to awaken me from torpor.
Is this true, Aneska?
Dear master, please allow me to split Kristoff's joints and fleshcraft his bones into a throne for thy glory.
Monster! I'll destroy thee.
I have a better idea. Serve me.
I know thou art wicked, but I never thought thee a fool.
Serve me. You don't really have any love for the antediluvians, do you? The day of Gehenna is coming, and they intend to consume you, and Wilhelm, and Lily, and all other vampires. I will prevent that. I will give you eternity, life everlasting. We will greet the awakening grandsires with another flood, a deluge of their own blood.
One antediluvian is no better than 13. I cannot entrust such power unto any, let alone thee.
Then suppose I gave you your beloved Aneska as well.
What?
Consider this. Even if you could destroy me, which you cannot, you would destroy her as well.
Whoops.
Remember, she is my ghoul, and after all these centuries, she is utterly dependent on my blood. If I die, she shatters into thousand-year-old dust. But serve me, and I'll give her to you. What say you?
But he did also say that he was probably going to try and turn her. Then she would just be a vampire. Could Kristoff turn her as well? Or at least wait till the other guy does. So... Yeah, exactly, so... I can save Aneska if I... Wait. Oh, if I consume his blood! So the same as I did to the snake lady. So... Sure, I'll go with that. Just collect more powers.
There is another way. I can save Aneska if I consume thy blood and take all thy ill-gotten power as my own.
Yep. Oh, wait. He's able to just do that? Okay.
I am reborn. Let kindred and mortal alike cower in my presence. For now I know what power truly is. Fool, you
You have forsaken all claim to your humanity.
If you could feel the power of the fiend's blood, you would know that humanity is overrated. And now, I claim my prize.
You sweet heavens, forgive him.
Yeah, I don't think this was the proper outcome.
Tell Katerina to expect a warm homecoming. Her child has been reborn.
Okay then. The end, I guess? Maybe? Yep, the end. I expected, like, I expected a fight. Just me? Like, why was he able to, like, the other guy said he was basically immortal. And he just walks up to the guy and kills him. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I guess I'll try and get the other endings. So, my last save was that one. There. Yeah, exactly. Why was it that easy? Not sure the game is working properly. Okay. That was weird. But now it seems to be working. Okay. More dialogue options, please. I mean, the good option seems to be to just be defeating the guy. So.
Yes,
No!
but
Nick, she's
Deep.
one.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this would be the positive ending. But I also want to see the other ending.
I said I would have her at any cost. I agree to your terms, my master.
excellent. Kneel, noble servitor.
I bet his mouth is going to be quite dry all the time because he can't close properly because of the giant fangs.
Thou hast murdered me.
No, but you will wish I had. Why be Daniel when granting your wish brings greater revenge? Your anguished soul will be eternally tormented by your selfish choice. Now, claim your prize!
Chris, no!
No!
I'm not sure why the book did that.
Now let us go and greet the new age!
He looked so weirdly happy. Well, I was trying out the other ending. And now let's try and do the good ending. We'll see what works out. His humanity is quite low, so who knows what'll happen. But yes, I'm not sure why the blood had that effect. It's being weird again. There. Okay. Oh yes, very much so. Thank you for the 45 stream watch streak. Yeah, I just don't understand why he lost control of himself because of
I
it.
bid you welcome to my
But in the other one, it
domain.
didn't.
It is fitting that you should be here now.
Like, with him biting the other guy, it had a different effect than... Like, I don't know. It's
One
weird.
Then what consider
I mean, both of them ended with him killing Inezca. So clearly, there is no option that doesn't kill Inezca. It's just a matter of, does he die or not? So, yeah, I'll fight you anyway.
Nay, I shall fight thee to stop thy mad scheme, even at the cost of my life.
Oh, now I actually get to properly do the fight. Okay. So there is a boss fight. Just need to keep on setting it on fire. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, he's targeting Kristoff. That's not good.
I am weak with lack of
Nope, yeah, he's dead. Okay. I feel like this fight's gonna be tricky. So... yeah, I can try and properly prepare for the fight. So... trying to have everyone close to full health at least. So they can last a bit longer. There. And then
Follow my lead.
have them all team up. And
Let's loose thy wrath.
just be as aggressive as they can. Okay. And then I save again. So there. But yeah, they were really ready to be in a giant boss fight where they actually needed to participate. But now they should be. So, and they'll try and
Fight thee to
save her
stop
at the
thy
start of the
mad
fight.
scheme, even at the cost of my life.
There. And saving right here. Okay. Kristoff can just stand way in the back and just keep casting fire as much as possible. I mean, that should have an effect, theoretically. At least, I would expect it to have an effect. Unless he's actually immortal. Which, I mean, is he? He is surviving way longer than I expected him to. Did I stun nothing?
you have no hope of winning.
I have hope beyond hope.
Oh, the others are dead. Oops.
You waste my time. I have no more patience for you. Your skin and bones will add to the walls of my cathedral of flesh.
Oops. Okay, there's another area, apparently. Sure? Wait. There. Save. That's getting confused. Okay. So, steal some blood. And nope, that's all I can take. Fire. And then Fire for that guy. Fire for that guy. That's working just fine. And the stealing clutch. Fire. Fire. These two. Okay. So he's ready to fight. Okay. I guess I'll save in a separate area. Might as well. Okay. Salute. Yeah, fine, it's just a weapon. Don't need that. All the skeletons. Pretty empty in here. I mean, I guess the liquid next to the path is supposed to be blood. And I guess the walls are supposed to be made of bones. I mean, there's skulls and... oh. Vaguely skeleton-shaped things that appear to
I
be
am
woven
the
in.
wall of memory. I contain the secret thoughts of Inezca.
What? Okay. I found her diary? I guess? Or the vampire version of a diary. Hello. That's a weird diary.
I am damned. In the holy orders, I once dreamed of the eternity of bliss that would be mine for my devotion to the Lord. Eternity is now mine, but not bliss. I shall live as long as a voivod, or as long as a voivod is pleased with me, or as long as a voivod is pleased to defile me. Heavenly bliss is not to be my lot, only empty torment. Yet still I dare to hope. Still I live.
Oh, Inezca.
Why do her memories have her face, though? Oops. I'm trying to set her memories on fire.
I have lived for 50 years. All I loved are dead and gone. My beloved Kristoff has perished in the fall of Viscerad. His sacrifice has preserved innocence in the world, and so I rejoice. But my suffering grows with each passing night. The Voivod takes great delight in seeing me rise with fresh hope, for it means he may once again drag me down. Should I surrender all hope and break as the Busa is broken, his pleasure would be at an end. Yet I will not abandon my hope, even though such hope fills his empty heart with glee, as it fills mine with pain.
I cannot bear it.
Well, she managed for 800 years, so... I think he can manage to hear about it for like 5 minutes. Oh, whoops, keep setting on fire. Wrong mouse button.
For more than 200 years, I have suffered every possible form of humiliation and defilement. I have fallen from the chaste and inviolate woman I once was, yet I have borne it all with hope in my heart. But now I am sinking into the murky depths, and the last whisper of hope in me is fading like the final bubbles of breath from a drowning woman. As we grow close to the day of his resurrection, Vukadlok has found the only defilement I cannot bear. He has decreed that I inflict defilement on others by binding innocent men and women into the walls of his accursed cathedral of flesh. His power compels me, and I cannot resist a direct command. I can endure my own degradation, but I cannot abide to befoul others. I fear I shall shatter like glass.
My poor, poor Ineska. This is my doing. Every humiliation she suffers is on my head.
Kristoff, you can't blame yourself for the choices she made.
She suddenly awake again. I didn't wake her up. Yeah. Just randomly woke back up again. I mean, yeah, it's not his fault.
Aye, perhaps thou art correct.
It's not your fault. You have to move on.
Okay. That one next, I think. Oh, yes, the sound effects. Yum.
It is 2 centuries and a half after Vukodlok took me, and his resurrection draws nigh. He now demands that I surrender the final shreds of my honor and perform evil acts of my own volition. I cannot defy my master's command that I defile others, and when I resist him, my poor body carries out his tasks against my will like a puppet. He's driving me mad. So I must change. Rather than resist the evil I am compelled to do, I now embrace it and perform my tasks with zeal. The master favors me, and as I embrace his evil, he gives me greater power. I have been Lebusa's equal since my arrival. Now shall I take over her duties, gladly trading the final measure of my innocence for control over the Voivod's worldly affairs. 'Tis the only way.
Oh no! She gave up! I'm so sorry, Kristoff. Kristoff, are you okay?
Nope.
I mourn for her soul.
The other one sounded a bit too sinister, I guess. Wait, that's it? That's all. Okay, fine. So that was I think she said 250 years ago? No, 250 years after she was turned, she gave up. And this is now 800 years later. So that's a while ago. So I'm not sure she even remembers the person she used to be at this point. Because it's been a long time. Like, it's been several lifetimes. Sure, I can check again. Possible that I got distracted or something. Yep, true. Thank you for pointing that out. So... fine, that one I haven't heard yet? I'm confused. So many.
I have now lived more than 300 years past my natural lifespan. I have committed atrocities beyond all imagining, but my plan has succeeded. Though Vukodlok has extraordinary power, his exile from the world makes him weak. He must act through Lebusa, who wields great power within our haven. But in just a few years I have usurped all of Lebusa's power and left her a wretched outcast in the cathedral of flesh she helped build. Long ago the Voivod stripped her of her soul and gave her power in exchange. Now that I have taken away that power, she is a pitiable creature indeed. She has no place here, yet she cannot leave. I would lament her fate, but I have no tears to shed, even for myself. For Resurrection Day draws nigh.
Ugh, that gives me the creeps. This is supposed to be the purest woman in the world?
Lily, I think you should really zip it.
I'm only trying to help Kristoff get over...
Zip it!
You're right. Kristoff, I'm so sorry. You must be feeling awful. I wish I could
My feelings be damned. Tonight, we slaughter every denizen of this foul place, or die in the attempt.
I'd say with colorful language like this, it's a lot more difficult to translate it accurately. Because, I'd say with simpler phrases, it's a lot easier to translate them more directly, but with something like this, you will have to paraphrase a lot in order to, like, make it feel similar, but, yeah. Just grammatically, it just won't really work in most languages to try and translate it more directly than that. So, not my strength.
On the eve of his resurrection, Vukodlak bade us slaughter the Premisel leaders, even as they began the ritual that would raise him from torpor. I have learned well the lessons of corruption, for I have turned my hand to the corruption of the Voivod's resurrection. In the guise of offering wise counsel to Vukodlak, I poison his heart against those who could speed his resurrection. I accuse the faithful of disloyalty. I accuse the powerful of dangerous ambition. I praise the weak and ineffectual, like the merchant toad Orsi, as obedient servants. Vukodlak's fear of losing power is far greater than his hope of gaining new power, and so he believes every doubt I whisper in his ear. And so he crushed his own resurrection.
Wow. She sacrificed her innocence to stop Vukodlak.
I guess so. I mean, she sounded like she gave up, but at the same time, she's still at least trying to stall. But yeah, it's the old-timey sounding language where, yeah, direct translations just end up being quite clunky. Because I'm not an expert on, like, either English or German language from that kind of era. So, yeah. But even if I was, I don't think it would be very easy to translate it directly.
Vukodlak's rage is implacable. His resurrection has failed so often that he blames all the Semitsi of Europe. He desires to move our entire cathedral of flesh to the new world where we may begin again. This vast undertaking will involve many shipments of native soil. I am well pleased, for this foolish migration shall take at least a century and further postpone his resurrection.
Yeah, I think with a lot of languages, they evolved over time and have changed quite a lot.
Alas, I fear I can no longer prevent the Voivod's awakening. Lord Vukodlak has gained great power from the fear and apprehension afoot in the world on the eve of the new millennium.
That's why.
These fears feed him, and despite my greatest efforts, his resurrection is now inescapable. There are none who can help me. I can only hope against hope for the return of the one man Vukodlak fears. I pray that God restores Kristoff.
There. Okay, so it was her. Somehow. So she's either very good at acting, or she's only really in charge of her own thoughts, but maybe her body is being controlled by Vukodlak. I don't know. I feel like I should probably wake the others back up. So I guess I'll do that. Where was it? There. Awaken.
Blood!
I'm starving.
Wakey.
I need blood now.
They'll be fine. So, I guess I'll save again. And hello.
Come with me quickly. I can help you.
Oh.
Why should I enter thy trap, servant of the fiend?
Please, for Aneska. She says that if you would have hope, even when your cause is lost, you should follow me.
Yeah, I get that. It's just that whenever we've seen her, both 800 years ago and now, she is playing her role very convincingly. So, I guess she just is a very talented actress. Let's go, sure.
I go, but I go with my sword at thy back.
Go now. There is little time. Destroy him and topple this vile cathedral. Now, my dark love, I give you thanks for allowing me to serve you all these years, watching over your sweetly cruel visage in torpor. My defilement is complete.
Okay. Fine. I'm sure it's fine. Everything's fine. Stuff. Cash, but I feel like I won't be needing that anymore. So much loot in this room. A new gun? Sure. Why not? And a crossbow. Okay. So. Gotta try and... There, okay. Now I'm saving again. So. I guess I'll save around here. So. Where are we supposed to be going? Oh, he's right outside. Fine. I guess that's the way I'm going then. Oh, wait a second, can I fight him through the wall? Oh, fine, so... Fine, that's the door that was locked earlier. I might be able to fight him through the wall. I don't think he's taking damage from it, though. Can I steal life from him? Probably not from back here. Fine. So, do the others still have any blood bags left? They do! They're just not... Oh, whoops. That wasn't a normal blood bag. Ah, I'll load again. Thought it was the normal one. Guess not. So... Did I just hand out blood bags that they don't want to use? No, those seem like normal ones. Yeah, they've got blood bags. Okay, so she has the fewest. Let's hand some of them to her. Move stuff around. One needs to be identified. This one doesn't. So now all of them can... that wasn't a normal one. Let's see. Whoops. Huh? I'm so confused. I need to check those blood bags.
I am weak with
Maybe the
lack of
expiration
precious blood.
dates is a problem. Let's see. I just need to properly check. So, okay, that needs to be identified. The others are fine. Okay. The other ones. You're playing Resident Evil 9. That it's too spooky, so you keep on having to close it. Well, I've only played Resident Evil 1. So. Okay. I need to check those last couple of blood bags. That one's okay. That one's okay. That one. And just one more. I guess she's currently the lowest on blood, but all of them also still need to heal. There. Okay, so his healing skill is not that great compared to the others. It is working. Okay. So. Alright. I think they're as ready as they're going to be. I mean, I guess I could try and... like, maybe... No. I bet that one's also going to be dependent on level. So, don't know if that one's going to do much. Sure, summon animals, I guess? And cloak. Sure. Just in case they would be more likely to use the one that I selected, which I don't know if they are. Alright. Let's try and get there. I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't think that one would be useful to use now.
You
There he is.
survived my hosts. Impressive, young Crusader. You have earned something few have seen. Your final vision shall be that of my true form.
Ooh.
Watch as I reveal the absolute power of the Voivod!
This is not his true form yet, I guess. Is his hair gonna grow even longer? Oh. Extra long fingers, okay. Sure.
No.
Ah. But now he doesn't really have hands anymore. So... I feel like... there's gonna be some attacks that he now can't do anymore. It's not flying very high above the ground either, so... Really? Do you have to just focus on Kristoff? Focus on the other ones. Could steal a bit of blood from him. There. Come on. More fire. He's not immune to fire. Oh, that's gonna hurt. More fire. Can't go wrong with fire. Or at least I hope not. Maybe also steal some blood again.
Beast calls me.
More fire. Right. So the others are dead again. Ow. Right. How do I counter that? There. At least I managed to do that. Can I heal? Heal. That's nope. Can't do that. Okay. Noted. So. Let's see. What tactic could I go for? Because that guy is powerful. I did fully upgrade Firestorm. So maybe it's just not very sensitive to fire? Maybe I could freeze him. And then set him on fire. And just switch between those. So, freeze him. Set him on fire. Freeze him. Maybe I just focus on freezing him. Because it doesn't last for very long. Whoops, the animation still works even if he's frozen. Weird how that works. Really? It does not stay stunned for very long. And for some reason, the freezing him doesn't seem to stop his animations either. Or at least it doesn't stop the attacks. It just seems to delay them. At most. But yeah, I don't think this on its own will be enough. I mean, I am definitely stalling. Could they not drain each other? That would be great. Steal his blood, please? There. That's better. Ow. Heal. 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 Heal a buck. Nope. Okay. That wasn't it. It does seem like this is going to be tricky.
I am weak with lack of precious blood.
I mean, I could also just summon a portal and go elsewhere and, like, at least buy more blood bags and everything. So, I have that option. Because at this point, I'm not even in the fight yet. So... No, he's not supposed to run off. Stop that, Krista.
I am weak with lack of precious blood.
Really? He's just gonna run off regardless. Alright. Good to know.
I am weak with lack of precious blood.
So...
Stand thy
How
ground.
about you don't run? Okay. Okay, apparently these gloves just constantly give the effect of barrel claws. Interesting. So... Does that work on this guy? I don't think so. Yeah, he's resisting it.
Starving. I'm dying.
Cloaking all of them?
Causing me stabbed. Beast causing me stabbed.
Is that making it so he can't attack them? Not really.
I need blood now.
It's not really working, right? Not sure what's going on with him. He is stuck in some way.
Oh no!
The beast is trying to claim me.
So I'll just set him on fire.
The beast is trying to claim me.
That's gonna be fine. More fire is better than less fire. Nope. Okay, that didn't work. So... I mean, I could just try the same tactic again of just setting him on fire over and over again. Maybe I could... Wait, further back. Especially with obstacles in the way. Just try and keep Christopher alive for longer. And I guess I could also try and wake the others up so they can be decoys. I can only hope that he's at least not immune to fire. Because if he is, that's a bit of a problem. But he might be. So, can I try and drain some blood from him at least?
Beast awakens.
Yeah, it's not working so great. Drain him. Nope. That's not draining him.
I am weak with lack of precious
And he's
blood.
gonna die in a second. He's not, yeah. For some reason he was refusing to use his skill. I don't know if it was because the other guy didn't have any blood left to drain, or if it was because there was, some other thing active that was stopping him. I wonder. So...
Stand thy ground.
If I... Like... can't remember where the way out was. I think it was that doorway here. Just trying to be far enough away that he won't attack automatically. Would I like to know, like, if he's immune to fire? Sure. Because if he is, then I really have to change my tactic. I mean, maybe I have to go past him and do something else back there? I guess I could try that. So have the others attack him and just delay.
Let loose thy wrath.
Okay, so he's still gonna attack from that distance. Hoping the others can distract him a bit now. Nope. Apparently not. Maybe he won't fit through all the passageways. Maybe I can outrun him. Not sure if he's still following me. Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, now he's just attacking the others instead. But like, where is Inesca at this point? That's what I'm wondering. What? Oh, I look back around. Right. Okay. Well, like wake the others back up again. Not sure if he'll be able to target me over here. Saw movement. No, he's just resetting himself. Okay. So assuming that he took damage at least, I guess that's potentially a strategy? Just have him kill some of the others and then run away? Yeah, I'm thinking it was because of one of the skills he used. So, yeah. But if he's not immune to fire, that's good. He just seems to have way more health, or maybe armor, than the others did. So... Wait a second. No, you found me. Nope. That was getting hopeful. Okay. But I'm thinking I can find a janky way to solve this. Somehow. Was that the room where I could see into that room from a different area? Because maybe I could attack him from there. Yes! Maybe I can attack him from back here. I can! I might have found the winning strategy here. I'll see. Because the pathfinding of this guy, he won't be able to figure out how to get to where I am. I should be invincible back here. But we'll see. Anyone want some barbecued gargoyle? Because... very plenty. I mean, I can't steal his life from back here, so... I'll have to use a lot of the blood bags to deal with that. Or I guess I could bite the others. I'm not sure it's
I am
working.
weak with lack of precious blood.
Like, It's not really reacting to it. Just keep on going. He's still alive for now, so... Don't know. Well, he drinks that loudly. And he is drinking blood, so I guess it makes sense for the drinking sound to be creepy. Yeah, I'm not sure this is really doing anything. He might be a bit immune to fire. Just a tad. 'Cause that's a lot of fire. Wait.
I am weak with lack of precious blood.
I mean, I could have the other three over there fighting the guy. And then just have Kristoff back here. Like, maybe that could work out. Oh, wait. Did that
Go
work?
to her, Kristoff.
He ran out of blood, so... I guess it
Now
counts.
that the fiend is no more, my unnatural power dissolves. I fear for my soul after my defilement, after all that I have done. But I rejoice that my last sight shall be thee. I only pray that one day I may attain thy forgiveness.
I grant all forgiveness, though thou art blameless and pure in mine eyes.
Then death finds me in joy and rapture.
Aneska, my accursed soul trembles to utter these selfish, blasphemous words. But thou need not die if thou wouldst endure.
Thou would still have me, Kristoff? I scarcely dared hope.
Thy love has redeemed me across 1,000 years. I would that I could offer salvation in return, but I have none to give, only damnation.
Damnation with thee would be sweet as salvation. Let thy love cast me down and raise me up forever. Take me, my love.
Beautiful writing as always. 11 out of 10. Well, probably the same person who wrote the dialogue at the start of their romance. I'll call it a romance. Because not really a relationship. But, yeah. but hopefully that's writing. But I did it. Yeah, they do seem happy, I guess. Okay. Well, I don't think his humanity is gonna be high enough to get any endings that require more than... I think he's at 30 humanity. So, yeah. But I guess 30 might be the low humanity ending. Because I think he... Maybe he started out around 50 humanity? I can't remember. But the good one is 80 or more. Yeah, nowhere close. I don't think I can regain humanity, at least not easily. So, whoops. But this one seemed fine. Interesting that in the one ending that she was supposed to die in is that's the only one where she survives, kind of. Because the other two she was supposed to survive in both of them, but Kristoff just ended up killing her instead. So, yes. It was definitely a fun game. Like, so much loot I didn't get to sell at the end, but oh well. Yeah, I enjoy the game. It's very janky in many different ways, that's for sure. So, yeah, like it's not for everyone. And that last enemy has like way more health than anyone else. Or like maybe way more armor. So that does make it a bit difficult. No, I think the sequel was for Bloodlines, not for Redemption, right? Because this one's Redemption. And I know there's a Bloodlines 2, but from what I heard, it's not really continuing the story of Bloodlines 1. It's just called Bloodlines 2. But yeah. Either way, I definitely did enjoy the game. I'm not sure if the story ever was continued, but, like, I'm not sure what they really would do with that story. Because, I mean, they kind of finished that storyline. So, yeah. Yeah, it sounds like maybe Bloodlines 2... Like, I'm not sure if it's still properly set in the Vampire the Masquerade universe. Because if it was, then by the logic of Bloodlines and Redemption, they should have just called it something different. So not Bloodlines, but, like, I don't know, like, between Bloodlines and Redemption, what would be a good comparable noun? Like, maybe, like, I don't think Destiny, but like, just some sort of kind of vague word. So, yeah, they could have just gone with something like that and just continued the way the naming already works. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure what problems there would be, but I'm not sure how calling the game Bloodlines 2 would make it any different than calling it Vampire the Masquerade and then some other word other than Bloodlines. But I don't know. Like, to me it just seems like it would still fall under Vampire the Masquerade either way, so yeah, to me it just sounds like they chose Bloodlines 2 because they maybe didn't fully understand that to, like, continue the naming scheme they would have had to choose a different word, because there was already Redemption and Bloodlines, and if they're not doing a sequel to Bloodlines, then it's not supposed to be Bloodlines 2. But, yeah. Okay. So it was supposed to be a sequel, but it didn't end up being one. Well, I guess they should have just renamed it before releasing it. So, yeah, it just doesn't make sense if they make the title sound like it's a sequel, but it's not a sequel. But I guess, then again, Phantasmagoria 2 is also not really a sequel to Phantasmagoria 1. But I feel like with Vampire the Masquerade, like with Redemption and Bloodlines, they already kind of started a pattern of, like, one kind of vague noun per storyline. So, yeah, they could have just gone for a different vague noun, and Vampire the Masquerade would have still been identifiable. So, yeah. I guess so. It's just, to me it seems like a lot of people don't even know redemption exists. So when they hear Vampire the Masquerade, they think Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. You don't have to actually call it Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines for people to assume it's Bloodlines. So, to me it just seems like it was a missed opportunity, because if they named it right, then maybe it would have had better reception. Because if you think of something as a sequel versus more of a standalone game, then, like, your expectation is very different. So, yeah, I'd say setting the wrong expectation can make or break a game, at least in terms of, like, how well it does. I mean, the game could still be the same thing, but, like, giving the wrong impression through marketing and the title could definitely give it a bit of a bad reputation. So, yeah, that's just my opinion on the matter. That, like, if it's a good game on its own, then just let it be a good game on its own. Don't go for misleading marketing, because that's just gonna make people dislike it, because they feel like they were tricked. So, yeah. But that's also why sometimes when I play through franchises, I specifically compare the games in the franchise based on, like, how good of a sequel is it to the previous game. Because I would say that also matters. I mean, the game can be fun on its own in a vacuum, but at least, for example, with, like, Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2, to me, it feels like Mass Effect 2 is fine, but based on Mass Effect 1, I just kind of expected something different, and they changed it in ways that I didn't like. But, like, if I hadn't played 1, but had played 2, I might have a different opinion on it. But, yeah. It's just difficult to separate that if it's supposed to be part of the same franchise, and you present it as being the same franchise, because you just have certain expectations if it's supposed to continue a franchise that you liked. So, yeah. It just feels a bit risky to make a game part of an existing franchise if it's not really suited to be that. I mean, I know that in some cases they just slap a certain franchise on a game and just do that so that it sells better. But I haven't really seen that ending very positively. So I think those games end up being quite quickly forgotten about. So it feels like a bit of a waste to, like, turn a game into just a quick money grab instead of people being more likely to appreciate the game on its own because you didn't give them false expectations, if that makes sense. But yeah, I guess overall, I don't run a video game company, so I'm just a person who plays video games. I just think that maybe in some cases they could manage to start new franchises successfully, instead of slapping an existing franchise on the game box and then kind of ruining that franchise instead of starting a new one. But, I mean, I'm just a person who plays games, not someone who makes them or sells them. So what do I know? But yeah, like, for example, with Spellforce, from what I heard, there was a Spellforce game, or a game that they slapped the Spellforce brand on. There was one that wasn't even originally a Spellforce game. They just owned the IP and went, just why not? So, yeah. Even if it's a good game on its own, if it's a bad game compared to the other games in that franchise, like, it could still be a bad sequel while being a good game. But, yeah. Clearly, I have very different opinions on this matter than a lot of game companies seem to. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, new things are of course scary, but I'd assume new things would also be quite lucrative if you can manage to like build up new franchises. So it's not like people aren't willing to give a new franchise a try if it looks interesting. But yeah, I don't know. But either way, I don't really have a new game set up yet, but I will check what the game poll from last time was. There. And nope, wrong game poll. That one. So, yeah, so the next one, which got the same amount of votes as the Star Control 1, which we did play. So, for those of you who haven't seen the poll in a while, the games that won the poll, same number of votes, were Freestar's The Urkon Masters and the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So, I played Star Control 1 first, since at the time I didn't know that Freestar's The Urkon Masters was kind of a sequel. Either way, so both of those games got 20 votes, then Star Control 1 got 19 votes, and Neighbors from Hell also got 19 votes. And then there's also 2 games that got 18 votes. So, at least Neighbors from Hell would be the next one I play. So that would be next Tuesday. But yeah, and then the other 2, it'll just depend on, like, I need to set up a new poll, of course. And I would assume Roller Coaster Tycoon would be quite a long... Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 would be quite a long game. At least the first one. Like, I'm still not done with all the expansions. And then Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, I wouldn't expect that to be a very short one either. So, if I decide that I want the poll to run for a bit longer, then I can play those 2 games to like give the poll some more time. But I guess I will be setting up the poll soon. And then, yeah, depending on how long it takes me to finish the next game, I'll either then continue with Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and Hitman 2, or I'll go with the games that do well in the poll. So, yes, that's the plan. And yes, tomorrow I'll continue Ultima 9. Still need to do, I think, 3 shrines. Last time I didn't manage to do a new shrine, but I did manage to get better armor and do a bunch of stuff. So, hopefully, tomorrow I'll manage to get the new weapon as well. Which, yeah, from what I can tell, the game was being silly about it. I needed to bring the materials to the blacksmith, but because I haven't cleansed the shrine yet, the blacksmith won't give me the sword. But from what I can tell, once I do cleanse the shrine, he should then give me the sword. So, I think me handing that stuff in before cleansing the shrine shouldn't be a problem. But yes, so I'll be doing that tomorrow. And yeah, Thursday we'll continue Freestar's The Urkon Masters, which also not sure how much longer that game is going to take. Because I did upgrade the ship fully. I might need a bit more currency in that game to like do a couple more slight adjustments to the layout of the ship. So, like maybe completely getting rid of the cargo bays and just going for more weapons. So, maybe something like that. Don't know. But we'll see. Either way. Yeah, as I said, I don't have another game set up just yet, and the weather is lovely, so I might just end the stream early for today. I know, outrageous. Only a 2-hour and something stream. How dare I? But yes. let's see who we're going to raid. I don't usually raid out this early, so it might actually be quite difficult to find someone. But I mean, maybe we can find somebody who's live. So, I mean, last time I rated, I think I rated like right at the end of the stream. So maybe this time we can get to see a bit more of it. But yeah, maybe more Dark Souls. Otherwise, sure, I can also check that channel. I'm not familiar with that game. But it looks older, I guess. I mean, it looks retro, at least. I don't know when it's from, but sure, we can raid that channel as well. So, yes. Let's head over there. It seems the game is Chronicles of the Wolf. I mean, it definitely does not look very new, but I don't know if it's just new retro or an actual retro game. I'm just not familiar with it. Looks very platformery, so definitely a game I'd be great at. Either way, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!